Okay. Can you guys see me? I can't tell. There's not a viewfinder on here, so I'm just rolling with it. And I wasn't really in a that much of an accepting place when I first started coming to these trails, but I am now because this park has taught me a lot. Anyway, okay, the revelation that I came to the conclusion of, or the awareness of, is that I had a real shift in my mood and in my open-mindedness, and I had a real shift in just my I guess my spiritual side, because of something that I just started implementing. Essentially, to give you guys a little bit of background, so I have been struggling a little bit with insomnia and overthinking during the night and not being able to fall asleep, even though I get in bed at like 9:30. Sometimes I won't fall asleep until like 11, and it's just really not the most fun, right? So and I'm not on my phone during that time because I'm like, that would just only disrupt it further. But so what I just started implementing, like literally the past 2 nights only, but it's made a world of difference. I will not even gonna lie. It's this subconscious reprogramming of the mind while you sleep. It's affirmations plus healing frequency, and I'm gonna list the video down below, obviously, and in the comments so that everyone can get on this train, because what I do is I put my AirPods in on a super low setting, and it's been helping me actually fall asleep because I've been having trouble sleeping, and it's been easing my anxiety and my overthinking, and I have actually been waking up not super pessimistic, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes in the mornings it's like all you want to do is you want to go back into bed and you don't want to get up until you feel like it. But since I have to go to work pretty early, I have to get up, and so it can be kind of, you know, it could be kind of a mental barrier that sometimes I put up, just because I'm like a bit annoyed, to be frank. But I really have not seen that since literally listening to this frequency, and I'm like, okay, there's a pattern here, and I'm gonna obviously keep doing it and see how it goes, but like, there's a pattern, and it's been wonderful, and I found myself literally finding it so much easier to remain positive and to remain grounded and to remain, I guess, not spiraling throughout my day, particularly when I'm at work, because sometimes, you know, oftentimes, basically the entirety of the time I'm at work, I'm basically alone besides my 2 bosses and stuff, and so I kind of have a lot of time to either listen to music or podcasts or whatever while I'm doing what I do. And so the past months, honestly, what I would do was I would just listen to music, you know, and that's completely fine. But oftentimes the music that I would listen to was kind of somber or whatever, and it wasn't the best for my mental state. So it's like I've been making shifts as of this month, and I've been listening just to more like harmonious music, like music that actually makes me feel good and that doesn't perpetuate the sadness. And I've also been listening to videos and podcasts of Baba Ramdas and of other spiritual creators, and it's been wonderful. I've been learning so much, and it's really taught me that being in the mind is something that we feel like we can't escape, but like whenever you just start consuming content that is truly like what your heart desires and is truly like opens you up to new possibilities and opens up the limits that you might have previously been holding on to, like it's been really, really transformative. And oh my gosh, I have so much love for Baba Ramdas and everything that he shares and creates, and like I would just highly recommend him to anyone if you're in search of like a if you're in search of a good podcast, or if you're in search of maybe doing some soul searching or shadow work, or just growth in yourself, like, or just you're interested in sort of his philosophies and stuff like that, like, I've learned so much, and I just hope to keep consuming that content and to expand my horizons more, because if I don't have the time to read and I'm doing other things, you know, listening to his experiences is really, really beneficial and valuable, and I just wanted to share that because I've noticed such a drastic difference just with those subtle changes I've been doing with, like, listening to you know, more aligned media and not like sad music and stuff, which that's all fine in moderation. It's just you have to realize what it's kind of doing to your state of consciousness. It's kind of affirming to your mind, like, even if it's not verbally saying, oh, you are sad right now, it's kind of tricking your mind into, like, okay, this is what I listen to when I'm sad, so I have to be sad to listen to this, and then you kind of get a little bit down, and that's what was happening to me, and I noticed it, and I was like, we have to do something about this, because it's not healing. And something else super fun is that I was eating my lunch by the lake, right, and I just got my stuff, my water bottle and stuff, to start going hiking, and then I realized that I left my shoes in the car, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna cling on to my shoes because I take them off anyways. But I've, like, had to sprint on this before because I thought I was gonna be chased by dogs, but that all ended up fine because they didn't chase me and they were just living their lives. But I kind of trained my feet with the days that I come here. I love to ground and love to barefoot walk, so it's been really rewarding in the fact that my feet aren't as sensitive as they once were. Yeah, but I can get screenshots of it.
Okay.
Hopefully it looks good.
Sure.
I am not hardened by your strong sense of will, and I am not weakened by any fragility of spirit. I am not stood still, awaiting my becoming, I am flowing, and no longer do I fear the ingrained teachings of which you still hold dear. I have retreated and enveloped in shadow far too long, once entangled by your distorted webs I could not see coming, and then at night I lied latent, a lingering state of questioning, cocoon of unease-full sleep in the woven bed you had made. A saga of indifference used to evince itself in plenty an instance. Namely, I wore clothing of poise and purity to gratify your expected modesty of me, and hid behind prayer and knelt to save me from the art of unsanctioned vulgarity. Would you now say I have plucked from the garden of forbidden fruit, since I failed to follow the faith leading to your promised land? False promises have propelled me forward towards honest grace, and sincerity now speaks to me in spirituality, my sacred space. I do not need to succeed failure to gain my attention, nor to silence any dismay, and I do not feel urgency to stray away from my intrinsic gateways. I am not frightened by your close attention to detail, pertaining to matters of me and the ideas I adopt to be true instead, nor do I bother about your views on my newfound philosophies, considering I feel seldom incomplete presently, so I can reason with you now. Alas, when I used to cry I could not turn to you, but my forgiveness touches places accessible to you these days.
I can see beyond our diverged paths and welcome you all the same. For even if shame rouses, I shall not place the blame onto your heart spaces. You have taught what you've known, and rightly so. I just pray and hope you can accept a version of me who's changed, since I feel earthbound without the cloudiness of what you've tried to arrange. So, are you convinced that cherubs await those in disbelief of your deity and parade? Or did these unleashings persuade you further into your religious and lawful ways? So that was it. That was Severed Latency, and I was inspired to choose the title Severed Latency for this poem because latency means like you're kind of clouded in your ways and you're kind of feeling trapped or conformed and like at a standstill, I'm pretty sure. And so obviously severed means you're broken apart from something, and so I wanted it to be about me feeling like I broke free from feeling a little bit stagnant, a little bit stuck in the ways in which I grew up and the ways in which my parents taught me and my older brother, even though he still believes in what my parents do. It was just a poem about my upbringing with being raised strictly Catholic and in that faith, and how I just accept my parents for their ways because I don't want to hold on to any resentment or anger, but it's just about kind of my feelings and thoughts on it all, and how it kind of did cause me a lot of suppression of my truest self, and I felt a lot of shame and guilt for feeling a lot of things that I felt, and for like natural thoughts that would come up that felt like they were true to who I am, but I had to push them away because I thought that I would, you know, be damned or be scrutinized by my family or by God, you know. So that's kind of what it was about, and I hope that you all enjoyed. Thank you.
Dilly come, the Lord Daniel's gate. He rattled at the bells in the room. He rattled at the bells in the room.
That looks like half.
And all the nuts in it, it may not work too well.
Oh, it's going.
It's going down slowly. Maneuvering it.
Yeah. Yay! It looks like a turtle shell, doesn't it? It's cool, right?
I guess. It's an A.
That's so cool. I've never done it that long, because usually it goes out. Where's my... Ooh, let the songs on. Ooh. you supposed to like do something on this side to like make it better, or are you supposed to go like this?
That doesn't do anything.
Alright, so how are you to play it? Like, just breathe into the spot?
Yeah.
Ew. Wait. I'm trying to go.
I already know.
Okay.
Probably doesn't even have that note.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.